Hi everybody, welcome back. It's time to do a new sample. Trying to cut down on that big pile of samples that I have for my Kindle. It'll never go away. Our sample this week is The Lies of the Ajungo by Moses Osei-Utomi. The cover, because again, we judge by covers here. The cover looks really interesting. We've got sort of the kind of a citadel city up top with the sun rising behind it. It kind of looks like the city's on fire, kind of, sort of, and then reversed underneath that we have what looks like a young man walking through the desert. You have a tumbleweed and some plants and flowers and stuff. So looks very warm, looks very deserty, looks very hot. I'm not sure. But hey, who are the Ajungo? What are they lying about? I have no idea. But let me read the sample and we'll find out. Okay? Stick around. Alrighty, that was lovely. It was short. You know, I'm never sure if I want a short sample because I can get through them pretty quickly and get a general good vibe of the book, or a long sample where there's a lot to read, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I'm not really reading the book here. I'm just reading a sample, one or the other, but I'll figure it out. This is a fairly short sample, but you get a lot from it. You really, I think, understand a good sense of what the book is about. It really does feel a lot like a fairy tale. There's the City of Lies, right, which is this waterless city. They got no water. They're forced to pay a more powerful culture for just a little bit of water, and the price of that, because everybody knows that people from this city are liars, the price of the water is that all adults, everyone over the age of 13, has to have their tongue cut out. No, don't like it. Don't like it at all. And people, in the history of the city have tried to find friends and allies, and they can't because everyone knows they come from the city of liars. And the book picks up with the character of Tutu, who's the main character, I assume, nearly 13 years old, time for the cutting, right? Just about time to get their tongue cut out. No mother. Their mother was left to die in the sun. And this is a city that is dominated by heat and light and dryness because there's never enough water, right? There's a well-known saying, there is no water in the City of Lies. What I'm interested in is, because when, this is a little bit off the tangent of kind of the plot of the sample, but whenever we have these kind of absolute statements, right? There is no water in the City of Lies, and the idea that the City of Lies, it goes back to those old logic problems, right? Like if I say this statement is a lie, is that true? Or is it a lie? But if it's true, then it can't be true because the statement said it's a lie. But if it's not true, then it's a lie. So you know what I mean, right? So I'm wondering for the rest of the book, like how much we're going to find out about the City of Lies itself being a lie. Perhaps there is water in the City of Lies that is being withheld from people for some terrible, nefarious reason. I don't know. But yeah, it's a really, really short sample. And by the end of the sample, we have young Tutu who is going out to find water. And I expect that the rest of the book is going to be Tutu trying to find allies, trying to find resources, trying to find some sort of respite or aid for this city, despite being from the City of Lies, right? Despite being a person whom the rest of the world assumes to be a liar. And things I would really like to know is, why? Where did this come from? Why are they from the City of Lies? What created this understanding in the world that this is a city of liars? And why has nobody investigated this? What is this book going to say to us about assumptions, about what assumptions we make about other cultures, what kind of things that we kind of take for granted, or things that we take to be true without really exploring them or examining them? I think that's probably going to be a large part of this book. Certainly it's going to be I expect a lot of the book is going to be about overcoming these preconceived notions about how one has to, get past what you've been told and what you've been indoctrinated into. And most likely how difficult it is for someone like Tutu to have to constantly prove themselves, to have to constantly prove to other people, no, I'm not a liar. Yes, my city has no water. Yes, we need help. No, we're not going to hurt you. And I wonder if, in terms of the larger kind of theme of the book, is that a big part of it, right? That people from disadvantaged countries, people from countries and races and cultures that have constantly been sort of on the bottom rung of the ladder, as it were, that they always have to prove themselves. They always have to make that extra effort because it's so, I don't want to say difficult, because it's not difficult, because other people can't be bothered to give them the benefit of the doubt. Other people can't be bothered to assume the better of people from these cultures. That's kind of where I think this is going from a very short sample. I have no idea if any of that is true, but it's what it made me think of. And that would be a really neat story to hear and a really neat story to read. I hope it is the story, because the writing is really, really lovely. The narrative style is as I said at the beginning, very kind of fairy tale-like in a way. The setting is kind of very weird and alien and a little bit unusual. There's clearly a history to this world that needs to be explored and expanded upon. So yeah, the sample tells us a few things, leaves a lot of open questions. I would like to read it, certainly. So yeah, that was an easy sell. Nicely done. If you've read this and you want to chime in and let me know what you think and what your thoughts are on this book, am I right? Am I wrong? Am I completely off base? I did get a comment on another book recently, which told me that I was right in some respects and completely wrong in other respects, and it made me so happy. Because I like to be right. Everybody likes to be right, but I also like to be surprised. So, yeah, if you've read this and you want to chime in, please tell me in the comments what you think. Subscribe for more of these, of course. And yeah, so thank you very much for coming around, and I will see you for the next sample in the next video, all right? Cool. Stay well.